What if Levi Ackerman met Jesus, when the coldest warrior needs to learn to rest? The rain fell over the devastated field, turning dust into mud and blood into silence. The smell of iron still lingered in the air, and Levi Ackerman stood among the wreckage, his gaze fixed on nothing. The wind swayed the cloak of the Survey Corps, now torn, and the blade in his hand trembled slightly, not out of fear, but exhaustion. He had won yet another battle. But what is victory when there's no one left to share the triumph? The screams of his comrades echoed in his mind, the sound of Furlan's body falling, Isabel's nervous laughter before dying, Erwin's firm voice ordering the impossible. Everything was still there. Everything always returned. Levi looked up at the overcast sky, trying to find some meaning in the clouds. He had seen hell so many times that he no longer believed in heaven. If there was a God, that God must hate soldiers. Everyone dies, and I stay. The words came out low, scratched. He was never a man of prayers, but sometimes silence seemed a cruel enough answer. He laid the blade on the ground and knelt in the mud. For a moment, he was not Captain Ackerman. He was just Levi, a man too tired to keep being strong. He thought about how many times he fought without wanting to fight. How many times he sent others to die on orders he no longer believed in. The blood on his fingers was not that of enemies. It was of those who believed in him. "Why am I still alive?" he murmured. "To see what? More death?" The sound of the rain was the only answer. But then, amidst the sound of the drops, he heard something different. Footsteps. Light. Steady. Levi raised his gaze with the reflection of distrust he had learned to cultivate. A man was walking toward him. Simple clothes, firm steps, no rush, no fear. The face was calm. The eyes, full of something Levi hadn't seen in a long time. Peace. Levi frowned. "Who are you?" "Someone who came to meet you," said the man with a calm voice. Levi slowly stood up, looking around. "There's no one else here. You should be far from this field." "I'm exactly where I should be." The captain narrowed his eyes. "Are you some kind of priest? A madman?" The man smiled. "I am the way, the truth, and the life." John 14:6. Levi took a deep breath, his heart racing for a reason he didn't understand. "So that's it? The final delirium of a dying soldier?" "No. It's the beginning of someone who is finally willing to live." Levi let out a short laugh. "Do you know what I did? I killed more people than I can count. I saw children die. I abandoned comrades. There's no redemption for someone like me." The man approached. "Do you believe that life is just fighting and falling? But I tell you, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. Levi looked away. "Weary, that's what I am. But rest? There's no rest for an Ackerman, only orders." Jesus took another step closer. "You are not a war machine. You are a son who has forgotten what rest is." Levi felt his chest tighten. "I have never been anyone's son. I was a tool, a loyal dog, a useful monster." Jesus looked at him tenderly. "Even so, I called you by your name." The words hovered in the air as something impossible. For the first time, Levi felt the desire to believe, but pride resisted. "Do you say that to everyone, even to those who have killed?" "I told this to the thief on the cross, and he went with me to paradise." Gospel of Luke, chapter 23, verse 43. Levi lowered his head. The raindrops mixed with the tears he didn't want to admit. "Why me? Why come after me?" "Because you fought so hard that you forgot who to fight for." "I fought to protect." "And who protected you?" Silence. Levi couldn't answer. Jesus reached out his hand. "You don't need to fight against everything. I have already won for you." Gospel of John, chapter 16, verse 33. Levi looked at that hand. So simple, so clean, so different from his. He wanted to refuse it, but he couldn't. He touched it, hesitant. And at the moment he did, the field seemed to dissolve. The rain stopped. The weight diminished. Not the weight of the body, that of the soul. Levi felt the silence within him change. It was no longer the echo of loneliness. It was peace. Jesus looked at him and said, "You were not made to die saving. You were made to live loving." Levi closed his eyes. For the first time, He didn't hear screams, only the sound of gentle wind. And he understood. The strength he always sought in the sword has always been in forgiveness. He knelt on the damp grass. "What do I do now?" Jesus smiled. "Go back and live with a pure heart, not like the soldier, but like the man." When Levi opened his eyes, Jesus was no longer there, but the silence was no longer empty. It was full of meaning. He took his blade, looked at his own reflection in the blade for the last time, and let it fall. He looked up at the sky, and, for the first time in a long time, believed that someone up there was looking back. Levi Ackerman represents all those who have spent their entire lives fighting, obeying, surviving, never having time to simply exist. Maybe you also live like this, trying to be strong all the time, keeping control, never allowing yourself to rest. But there is an invitation, a call that requires no more battles, no perfection, no strength, just surrender. Jesus is calling you. He doesn't want a soulless warrior. He wants the heart that still beats behind the armor. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to carry the world. He has already carried it for you. Comment, "I want to rest in Christ." Subscribe to the channel for more stories of faith and redemption. Share with someone who fights every day in silence. Because sometimes, the greatest act of courage is to stop fighting and finally allow yourself to be loved. Levi Ackerman.